I'm Gaby, a vocalist and guitarist, and I'm here with Bob Conti. He is a music icon, a world-famous percussionist, producer, writer, and vocalist. And he is here today to play No and Tell with me so we can get to know him. All right, you ready?
Perfect, absolutely.
All right, first question. Is there an artist that inspired you to become a musician?
Probably my father and my uncles. They all played. We had a very musical house in Brooklyn, New York.
That's awesome.
I grew up with playing on pots and pans. That was my first instrument.
Cool. Great, wow, that's a great story. What do you like to sing in the shower?
When I shower, I'd like to, I'll sing anywhere. I'll sing at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, not just that in the shower, just anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, that's you're a musician, so that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's the joy, you know, the joy comes out. You got to sing, you got to play, you got to do what you have to do. So I feel very blessed, very lucky.
Cool. What is your favorite genre of music?
That's a difficult one. I mean, I like all the colors. It's like in a box of crayons, what's your favorite color? I really love everything from John Coltrane to Karen Carpenter.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I feel the same way. I can't just pick one genre.
Yeah, there's so much great material out there. I love my own music.
Well, yeah.
You know, that's why I make it. It's a reflection of everything that I've heard and seen. So, yeah.
What is your favorite musical instrument and brand?
Well, I like the primitive instruments. I like my hands on skin. I think the first instruments were skin stretched over hollow logs, you know?
Yeah.
or just the beating and to imitate nature. But since then, Roland was good enough, the Roland Electronics, they were good enough to give me electronic equipment, and I'm loving it because you can get sounds from all over the world. Mm-hmm. And now I can play Indian instruments. I can play just a myriad of different instruments. So I'd say percussion instruments, hand percussion, tactile instruments. You know, things that you can dig your heart and soul into.
Yeah. Okay. How did you get to where you are in your music career?
If you're really determined to be in music, what you do is pretty much what I did. In New York, I sang in hallways with my friends. When I came to California, I loved percussion, always played percussion. Mm-hmm. And so I lived in Santa Monica, I carried my instruments down to the beach.
Oh, okay.
And not to play on the beach, but there were clubs there, and I would sit and I would ask people, can I sit in with you? Yeah. And I mean, I had two seriously heavy conga drums. I'd walk down to the beach with them, and I'd ask people if I could sit in. If you're determined, it's going to happen, and you'll do it. Persistence.
That's great advice. Okay. Whoa, this is a good question. What is your favorite era in the history of music?
Well, call me crazy. I like the 60s music because it's the beginning of rock and roll, first era, 50s, late 50s, 60s, because you had such diversity on the radio. You had silly songs. It wasn't all produced by two producers or three producers. Much of the music sounds very similar today. But I like when you could have comical music. Does your bubblegum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? Was one, and then a very avant-garde, odd style of music. It's so hard because there's so much beauty out there to appreciate.
Yeah, the era question is kind of like the genre question. It's hard.
Yeah, the genre. Yeah, it's a very hard one. Put the crayons in a blender, heat them up, and then pour it out. That's what I like. All the colors.
Well, anyways, thank you for playing this game with me. I know a lot more about you now.
It's been a pleasure.
And you can go download the No and Tell app, and also follow us on social media at No and Tell app on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, and YouTube.
I checked out that app, and it's a wonderful one. It's so much fun. You can play it with your friends. You can have a ball with it. So
awesome.
I encourage you to go for it.
Well, thank you very much.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, so actually I have another question.
Oh, fire away.
You know how musicians sometimes have like a really focused face when they're playing? Do you have like a certain face or anything?
I do. It's usually very angry and very upset, but
you just hate playing. It's just
today I feel really good, so.
Such a chore.
I think my playing face, let's see, it's, no. I don't think so. I think it just has to happen.
It just relaxed and fit.
Yeah.